Hey family, hello, hello, hello to my queens, to my kings, to my brothers and sisters. Greetings, greetings. I greet you all in love and light. The Most High God, the Infinite Creator, source of all things, source within. I thank you for checking your sister out. I wasn't really planning on doing another video, but this topic right here, I just felt the need to talk about it real quick, okay? And so for those who have ears to hear what your sister is saying. If many of you gonna have a problem about the words that's gonna come out of my mouth, I suggest you pray about it and go within yourself and seek the truth inside of you. All right? And your enemy will let you know. Your enemy will let you know. Many of you have the gift anyway of discernment. Many of you have the gift of being able to sense when a person is telling the truth anyway. All right? So I'm not worried about that. I just know many of you, you have gifts. All right? Many of you were born with your gifts. And many of you are coming to your gifts. But just the same, many of you can relate to your sister. I am what I am and you are who you are. So you know what your sister is saying. You can relate to what I'm saying in your spirit. I mean, you can get the answer for yourself. But anyway, my videos are for spiritual, like-minded brothers and sisters, all right? Basically, when I say that, basically I'm saying is whether you can relate to what I'm saying or not, you're still spiritual. And you know that, even though you cannot relate to what I'm going through, you have your own experiences, right? You know that, going through yourself is the truth, okay? And, many of you definitely can relate to your sister when I talk about the third eye and having a spiritual awakening, okay? And many of you are definitely led by the Spirit. That's the point I'm trying to make. So, anyway, the first topic I want to talk about real quick, I want to talk about hybrids, okay? Now, before I got to where I am now, okay, before I became sensitive, had my third eye awakened, had a kundalini, had a dark night of the soul and all of that. Before I was where I am now. Let me just say that. All right, I was pretty much, in the box thinking, going by what people tell me, even when I read in books, and there are some good books out there. There are many people putting books out about different things that they have actually experienced, and those are the books that I like, okay? And then you have those people who write books about things that they have researched, and research has its place as well, but they don't have no experience. So anyway, when it comes to hybrids, before, like I said, I had a spiritual awakening and I was thinking more in the box. When I heard the word hybrid, I immediately was thinking, negative, in a negative way, non-human, maybe, one of Satan's little angels as well. I mean, I wasn't really, I was looking at very narrow-minded. Let me just say that. All right, they were at hybrid. I couldn't really see it in a bigger picture. Okay, but anyway, I'm just gonna say it like that. I pretty much was thinking in a box. Okay, like I said, going by what I've heard people as far as their definition of hybrids. Whether you are hybrid, alien hybrid, because many people have been adopted, or hybrid as far as, have man, have reptilian or whatever. Basically, just someone whose DNA has been tampered with, right? You're pretty much like a man or a woman who you have and have, you have woman and man and alien, shall I say, you're a hybrid. And so anyway, knowing what I know now, because I want to get a little confirmation about it from my higher self, okay? There are many people walking among us that are hybrids. All hybrids are not going to be walking around shape shifting, okay? Many people are hybrids just due to their DNA being tampered with, and they just have gifts, okay? Gifts of the ETs that took them, okay, and manipulated their DNA, okay? And by them doing this, manipulating their DNA with theirs, oh boy, I'm sorry, I got distracted. My little queen came in, and I forgot where I left off at. So forgive me, family. Cause this video I'm not editing, right? I'm just gonna keep on going. But my other videos I can like edit it if I miss, if I kind of like get distracted and I kind of forget where I was and I go back to it. But since my little queen came in, distracted me, I forgot where I left off at. But I'm going to try to remember. But anyway, a lot of people DNA has been tampered with, okay, for many reasons, okay, and a lot of time it goes back, basically before many of us have came here to be in this lifetime, all right. Many of us have made contracts, all right, with the ETs, and I couldn't really understand that. That didn't make sense to me, but you'd be surprised. Before many of us, these ETs that we know of now, the good ones, the benevolent ones, let me say that, the benevolent ones, we knew them before, and we made contracts with them for them to take many of us, all right, for many of you who are conscious of it, to come for you, all right, and at a certain time in your life to manipulate your DNA to help awaken it, all right, because a lot of our DNA we're not using. A lot of people not using their DNA to the fullest, okay. When you're using it to the fullest, you are empowered to be, reckoned with, shall I say. When you start to wake up and remember who you were and to remember those gifts that you once had, all right? Because like I said, we all go back, But let me get back to as far as the ETs, let me get back to as far as the ETs having a contract with them. All of this is before you come here, all right? Now, I'm not speaking to everybody. I'm speaking to the certain ones, because everybody, this message don't relate to you. This message relates to certain ones, all right, who knows what I'm talking about, and you're watching me. You know that you have been abducted before, all right? Many of you even have been conscious enough as far as remembering your experiences on the ship and the things that it had been showing you. And you see all the most symbols, you know what I'm talking about, seeing the most symbols all along the walls and in the rooms, and seeing them, showing you stuff on the screen. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. But your time up there, they're still messing with your DNA, okay? And when they are doing this can make you considered as a hybrid as well, because you're not all. It's like your DNA and it's their DNA. They're it's like you're half and half, okay? Let me just say that. You're half and half. And when you mix with their DNA as well, okay, that can cause your DNA to really just, expand, to where you're starting to be able to tap into more your own DNA. It pretty much enhances your own DNA. That's the point I'm trying to make. But like I said, many people look at the word. Many people look at the word hybrid as something that's evil, just because, they're looking at, they're not fully human. But like I said, many people have had contracts, before they came here, and we don't remember these contracts. We don't remember, agreeing that they can come for us and to, awaken us, shall I say. But, when you get to that place, it's like how I've come to this place to be able to communicate with my higher self. I come to this inner knowing and having confirmation of knowing now. I see why I have been taken before, or I see why many other people have been taken before, and all of a sudden they come to all these gifts. The Eteens are on a higher dimension. They are benevolent. They're nothing but the Most High God riding His staff. That what Psalm 23 talks about. His Most High God staff are many. You got His angels, and you got the light beings, these high dimensional ETs. It goes on and on. But these are beings that are service to the light. All right. You have those who are service to darkness. You have those who are service to the light. It's pretty much which side you're on. Okay. The beings that are service to the light, they are there to help you, all right, to help awaken you for such a time as this, for whatever reason. I always looked at it as though they're trying to help awaken us to help others, but it's really for you, for your benefit, to help you to awaken and to enlighten for such a time as this, as far as helping you to grow on your, and let me get my words together. By them help awakening you is really for your benefit, as far as helping you on your spiritual evolution. That's the point I'm trying to make. So due to the fact I had came to this revelation, when people talk about hybrids, putting that negative stigma on it, if people only knew, no, it's pretty much who you're going to serve. The light or the dark, okay? Just like I did a video talking about reptilians, it's pretty much who they're going to serve, the light or the dark. They too have that light that is within them, but it's dim and it's small. The ones that are walking in that agenda, you know what I'm saying? Within that agenda, as far as controlling and taking over, they don't care for mankind, the ones that are following the rankings, all right, because like I said, they have rankings, but then there are those, like I said, reptilians that don't want to follow that agenda, okay? They want to walk in love and expand that light that is within them, and that's their choice, because it's free will. Down here is free will. So, like I said, it's who you're going to serve, That's why we shouldn't be judging each other. And even these beings and stuff, if you're someone who doesn't have discernment, don't know how to use your discernment real good, you'll be quick to judge people, and you'll be quick to judge a being that looks nothing like you. All you going by is these carnal eyes, but instead of going by this eye right here, or instead of going within yourself to get the inner truth, about that particular being, it takes for you to use this to get the truth, as well as going within yourself to get the answers, not going by what I say or what men say, but it's what do this say on the inside, okay? What do this say on the inside of you? Just because a being looks nothing like you, it does not mean it's evil, okay? It does not mean it serves darkness, but you would not know that unless you get the truth from within, all right?